Right, welcome. If any of you's seen any of my videos before, you would have seen this car before. I've done the car for him, for the customer. I relight washed it and put very light swirls into the paintwork. I went around there, had a look, and the reason why was because of the cloths he was using. Explained to the customer, so I sorted it out. So that made me thought I'd do a video on how to properly wash your car once you've had it detailed. So I'll go through steps that I take, that I do. It's a complete right way and you should do it this way, but this is the way that I do it to help prevent any swirls from happening once I've detailed cars and I'm regularly maintaining the cars. So, first step I'm going to go with first is I'm going to wash the whole car down. Then as I do each step, I'll talk through it and we'll go from there. Right, first step is rinse. First step is actually do the wheels. You want to get the wheels clean first, go down, clean all them, then we'll rinse off. We'll get your wheel cleaner. Right, I have EZ wheel cleaner, EZ detail wheel cleaner brushes. They are actually really good. If you do have fresh black wheels, I would recommend one of these, a microfiber head, to get in there, and they obviously do 3 different sizes. Just because, although it says scratch resistant, if you've got fresh gloss black wheels, they will leave marks. So get yourself a microfiber head, and obviously spray your wheel cleaner first, jet it off, spray wheel cleaner again, then use it. One of these hog's head brush for the face of the wheel. Another hog's head brush to get in these wheel bumps. Now you have a nice clean wheel. Now, do the rest of it.
Time stops when I'm falling for you. The world stops spinning, my head is spinning too. Time stops when I'm falling for you. Should I stop or are you falling for me? As your world starts spinning, as your head
Next step, jet out all the arches. You can use an APC all-purpose cleaner, spray it in the arches, then jet all the arches out, and we'll go on to the next step.
is your head spinning too? My heart stopped when I first
Right, next step, we're going to jet wash the car. What you can do, if you have got a few bugs on the front end, This car doesn't, as it hasn't hardly been driven since the last done it. But the all-purpose cleaner, spray it on the front end, and you can also spray it on the low down side with the I use these bottles because spray in, let out, and they both spray. They're pretty cool to be fair, and I'm using Auto Smart G101 as my all-purpose cleaner. You can dilute it in different ratios for stronger, less strong. Also, what you might want to do on this stage, do your door shuts, spray in your door shuts and seals. All the way through liner. You can do it in the engine line if you like. Door shut, don't forget the fuel cap obviously as well. Rinse the car down and I'll show you when to rinse it. Next stage that we're going to do now is our snow foam. We cover the whole car in it and leave it about 5 minutes to do its thing. The idea of the snow foam is just to help remove as much dirt as possible from the car before you touch contact with that paintwork. You want to remove as much dirt as you can because you've got less dirt rubbing along the surface when you come to do the washing stage. So we'll just leave that a little bit and we'll come back to it.
Quiet's driving me insane. Silence rattles in my brain. Yeah, I gotta get away. Always waiting for the fall, so I built my towers tall, wandering through these empty halls. Break the cycle now.
Right, now it's a bit wash. Okay, next step now, we want to actually wash the car. So we're going to use 2 bucket method. 1 bucket of just water, 1 bucket of our soap water, and our mitt, go around the car. 2 buckets. Grip guard at the bottom, to stop your mitt from picking up all the stuff that falls to the bottom. Water on, bit of soap, and I'll let them fill up.
I gotta save me from myself. This emptiness, it hurts like hell. My good intentions let me down. I keep getting in my way. My stubborn pride will dig my grave. Leaves it behind with every step I take. Yeah, it's like I'm down. It's like coming down. Gotta make it out.
You want to get a decent, high quality mitt, so you make sure it's clean. I always keep separate ones for doing separate tasks. This is my detailing one, cars that have been detailed. Get it wet. In your first bucket, in your second, and your third. What I do always recommend is start from the top, work your way down.
I just wanna feel alive.
that's that stage done. Now, you can get one of these. Really nice, like a makeup brush, but obviously not. Really soft bristles. Just get all the edges if you want to. For doing this your daily wash, not daily wash, but weekly, bi-weekly wash, I wouldn't recommend using this stuff. It's just a bit of a waste of money really. You don't have to do it that much, maybe once every 3 months, once every 6 months, but as I'm going to polish the car, I have literally just done it a couple of weeks ago, but as I'm going to be polishing the car, just want to make sure that everything is off the car before I start polishing. But this is a fallout remover. You just want to coat the car, leave it 5-10 minutes, and you'll, if it's got contaminants on it, you'll see purple coming out of it. I think that's the paint swelling and the filings melting out. I think so. It's pretty good stuff, but it can get expensive. Now we leave it. Just to say, this stuff is amazing on wheels. If you've got quite heavy brake dust on the wheels, it doesn't come off. Coat the wheel. Leave it, you'll see it turn loads purple. Agitate with a brush, get it off, go again, and you haven't got to do a lot of hard work on it really. Very good stuff. The wheels are very clean, so it's hard to tell, but you see the purple? That's coming from the brake disc, you'll always get that. But do you see a little dot there of purple? Tiny little ones, all in there. I don't think I've got much on that wheel. Yeah, there's one there. And that's what you should see on the paintwork if there is any. There probably shouldn't be any, because it's just literally been done. But yeah, now let's rinse the car down. Next thing, probably should have done this before the fallout remover, but just forgot, is your tar and glue remover. Is when you get the little black spots on the car, the bottom of the car usually, that never come off. You want to use this. So what you want to do, you want to spray on the bottom of the car, get a cloth, spray it on the cloth, then apply it onto the car and you'll see it come off. I'm not gifted with the weather today, so I'm going to try and do it in this weather. I usually wouldn't do it with this cloth, just because this might scratch the paintwork, but as I'm polishing it doesn't matter. So I would recommend use a good quality cloth if you are going to do this to prevent scratching the paintwork, because it's quite abrasive. Not that bad, but if you've got a freshly detailed car, you've got to be careful really. So let me show you. So, spray on the bottom of the car. For this stuff to work better, you may want to you can dry the car beforehand, but it's raining, so I don't really have a choice. And then I don't actually have any tire spots on this car, but doing this just in case so I don't clog up my pad. Now we can jet wash the car off. Again. There's a lot of that going on. dry the car. Pull it in because it's raining outside. The tar and glue move that we just did, I wouldn't recommend doing that if you have a wax over the car because it can strip wax. If you've got ceramic coating, you are fine. Once a year, maybe twice a year, depending on how bad it is. Fallout remove your fan, you're fine. You shouldn't strip any ceramic coating. I'm not sure on wax, as wax isn't as strong. So just be careful that you have coat you got. Usually you do this, then wax it. Wax lasts around 3 to 6 months. Then you're ready to do the cycle again. So if you have wax on the car, you shouldn't really be using the tar and glue anyway. So right now, let's try the car. For my clientele, I have a Chemical Guys woolly Mammoth, and I also have the Clean Courier, I can't say it, but obviously the pile on these are a good class, but not for detailed cars. You've just recently polished detailed your car, and you've got a soft paintwork, like Range Rover's kind of medium, but it does happen on medium. You will mar the paintwork and you will see the lines in the sun, so don't use one of these. I would recommend one of these. This kind of minute, it would do the same thing, but it's already happened, so I've got polish anyways. So I am going to be using it just because these do dry a bit better, they slide nicer. Where obviously this is so soft, it gets a bit sticky. And they're still very good, but I like them, but don't use that in a detailed car. Your paintwork is fresh, don't use that. Use Chemical Guys woolly Mammoth.
I wanna see the light. I wanna see
My next step is now to blow out all the edges, just because I'm going to be polishing and I don't want the water, too much water going all over the pad. So I'm going to be blowing over the whole car. It is quite loud, so I am going to find my ear protection, which I probably don't have. Yep, I do. Now we're going to blow around all the gaps. Okay, all done now. I've now got tape up all the rubber seals, all the rubber bits, plastics, and I've got to polish and do the 1 year ceramic coating on this. As for products that I used, I will show you everything I used. So, I've got smart. As the all-purpose cleaner was the Auto Smart G101, amazing stuff. The fallout remover I used was Red 7. There is better stuff like Corosol, I think it's Bilt Hamber Corosol. That's better than this, but it's a lot dearer. So this stuff's really good for the money, and you get it in 5 litres, and it's, I think it's 35. I think I paid for this. Maybe wrong, maybe less, maybe more, maybe less. And then I got the wheel cleaner is the Smart Wheels, diluted 1 to 3. I don't do that on ceramic coated wheels. For the ceramic coated wheels, all I use is the snow foam, as you don't need a wheel cleaner. But the snow foam was Bilt Hamber auto foam. I think it's just like £16.50 to £17 for 5 litres when you dilute it. Lasts a long while, amazing stuff. As for the soap, is Bilt Hamber Auto Wash for the soap. Good stuff. Doesn't fire much. Wait, that did then. The rest other stuff that I've got more, but that's what we would clean about. And for the tire and glue remover, I use Auto Smart Tardis. Really good stuff, and it's not the most expensive stuff as well. And I think that was it. Oh yeah, my cloths are actually got brand new packs here. I don't have any labelling on them, but you get a pack of 12. They're called Euro. You get them from Clean Your Car, I think it is. Clean Your Car. I think it's Clean Your Car. I'll put a link in the description. But these are what I use for my detailed cars. Paintwork, because they don't scratch and look after these cloths, because they're £20 for a pack of 12, so they're not cheap. But as for everything else, like on the interior of the wheels, I just use a pack of Costco's cloths because you can't get them from the value for money. They are really good, but don't use them. They would scratch this car if you use them on this car. And I think that's everything that I used. Oh yeah, just a wash mitt was, it actually was just a generic wash mitt, but you can get Geon ones. I've got loads, all for different purposes, depending on what I'm doing. But I think that's about it. I think that was everything that I used. So I hope that helps you in terms of keeping your car swirl free as long as you can. You will always get swirls. There's nothing you can do to not get swirls as you're touching the car. So you just want to do as much washing as you can before you actually touch the car. That's why the auto foam, the siphon is there to help that. But this is very soft paintwork, so this is hell to stop swirls. It's very hard. If you have like a BMW or an Audi, their paintwork's very hard. Not all paintwork, but usually they are, so you can get away with it. But yeah, and that's it. Thank you for watching.